coming to the office of the ENBO. I, on behalf of the entire people of Eastern Nagaland, appreciate your initiative, your work for initiating all the happenings especially in ENB area. Today, I would like to make some certain brief statement regarding this 26th May incident, where returnees from China were sent to Tuensang, where unfortunately one of the returnees haven't tested positive. In this regard, ENB has been pursuing the matter right from the 8th of May till date. In this regard, there are many comments or opinions varying from person to person, where miscommunications kept, I should say, or differences of opinion arose on the decision made by the ENBO, the 6 tribal presidents and then federal organizations on 7th of July at Kohima. So in this regard, I would like to make certain points on as to why the 6 tribal presidents, the frontals and the ENB officers took the decision to forgive the issue of this 26th May Tuensang incident. The matter here is a question of forgiveness, not forgotten. Because this issue cannot be forgotten in any manner. It has to remain in the hearts and minds of everyone. So why ENBO took the decision to forgive those erring officials, or for that matter, whoever concerned officers are in that place where they have committed their mistake. Through this, I would like to send a message to the rest of the Nagas and even to the government of Nagaland that why ENBO took the decision to forgive. Number one, we as a Christian, we always talk and preach about forgiveness. So in that line, we as a Christian, we choose to practice what we preach. So in that line, ENBO chooses to forgive all the wrongdoers. Secondly, the rest of the Nagas call the people of ENBO as backward. But backwardness does not mean that we are uncivilized. Yes, no matter what, we are backward. Economically, socially, we may be backward, but we are not civilized. A backward people does not create confusion or turmoil in a society, but an uncivilized person creates and confuses the society. So in that line, being a civilized people, even if we are backward, as a sign of civility, we are forgiving all those erring officials or persons connected to this 26th May incident. Third, there were so many discrimination on the people of ENBO right from the attainment of statehood. We have been watching, we have been murmuring for the people of ENBO. Even if it is our right, we do not get the share. We have to get our rights through confrontation only. This has been continuing till date right from the inception of Nagaland statehood. Discrimination was done on many of the officers, maybe 2, 3, 4. We have hardly very less number of bureaucrats in the Nagaland government. If this Tuensang incident happened, the erring officers happened to be from ENB area, I doubt, and I can guarantee that government of Nagaland would have initiated action or suspended that officer from Eastern area within 24 hours. There were many instances where some few erring officials who made a mistake knowingly or unknowingly, who have not been forgiven until death. But here we find that this forgiveness is not done because there is no sense of humanity. But we as a people of EMPO, we have a sense of humanity. So in the line of humanity, we forgive those erring officials. Many people talk about winning a war through confrontation or anything else. But winning a war is just an history. But what matters here is, even if you win a war, the saving of the humanity should be kept in mind. Because we are here today because of the success. And success comes when we save and serve humanity. So winning a war is not important. So in that line, we felt that it is no use winning a war without saving humanity. So this decision has been taken to save humanity and mankind. Many people call that forgiveness is a sign of weakness. And there are many comments that EMPO choosing to forgive shows that they are very weak. But a brave person is the only person who can forgive his enemy, because he has no fear, even if my or his enemy comes to confront also. But whoever does not forgive his enemy is in fear of his continuous fear of his enemies, because he thinks that he cannot tackle his enemy. So as and when he gets the opportunity, he tries to trash his enemy. So EMPO forgiving of this incident does not mean that we are weak. We are brave. So with a brave heart, we forgive this incident. Many people talk about like only winning the issue without a sense of forgiveness. But if we are to continue fighting among ourselves without a sense of forgiveness, where do you expect a single human being that is alive in this world today? But because of the prevailing of sense of forgiveness, we are still alive today. Here, I would like to send a few messages to the rest of the Nagas and the government in this regard. There are many comments that EMPO is the cheapest organization that is in Nagaland. Okay, very good. That whoever says that EMPO is the cheapest organization, I would have been the happiest person to sell him below his expected rate. But very sorry to inform that EMPO is not for sale. EMPO is not for sale. Many people are commenting that EMPO and the tribals have been sold out. Yes, no doubt, we the Eastern people are economically very poor. No doubt, I admit. But the people of EMPO are very rich at heart, which cannot be bought by money. And the people of EMPO in particular are very generous people. The 6 tribal presidents, the frontal organizations, and all the office bearers of EMPO are a leader who does not hunt for glory. But we are just a humble servant, ready to sacrifice our own glory for the welfare of the public. We always say forewarned is forearmed. I have a message for the government of Nagaland. I forewarn that do not expect these same cases of forgiveness in the near future, because things will be different in the future. The government should take and make this issue an end to begin discriminating the people of Eastern Nagaland. And for the people of Eastern Nagaland, it shall be the end of the beginning to forgiveness. The rest, if any queries or if any other addition is to be made, will be made by my office peers also.
So basically, as you had your statement, if the government of Nagaland apologizes within 3 days to the press, you have decided to. Now you're telling us you decided to forgive.
Yeah.
So this issue is at rest.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
But not forgotten.
Not forgotten. Got it. So has any measures been taken after that mishap, that Tuensang mishap? Is the medical facility and the COVID, the way Tuensang is facing COVID now, are the measures in place? Are you satisfied with the measures that have been taken by the state governments?
We have visited, after the incident, we have visited every district tribal headquarters. So after visiting, we were not satisfied at all looking at the condition of all those hospitals and management. So even before that also, we have advised the government to send adequate medical facilities, manpower to handle this COVID issue. And they have assured us that they will do and look into the matter. So we are watching. So if any complaint like shortage of maybe manpower or medical facility, if any shortage is there and the required number of those cities are not made available in the ENB area, that we can pursue in the later part of.
What is the deadline you're putting?
No deadline as such.
Okay.
We have not taken up the issue now.
Okay.
What did the JIC find out after the judicial inquiry that was done?
We did not.
But the decision was made to forgive.
Yeah, that was the bill made by the state cabinet after studying the JIC report. We will be issuing the best statement regarding this to all of you. You can have a look.
The Tuensang is supposed to get the BSL-2 lab.
It is already under process.
Under process.
Construction is in the process, I think.
One thing we want to ask you is, Bangyu, Health Minister, he has said that it was always the government had already decided to put up a lab even before the incident happened. Do you believe that?
A written application was given before the incident,
Okay.
but there was no response, positive response from the government to install the lab. Assurance was not given before 26 incident.
So there was no talk of that before 26 incident.
There was a talk, but assurance
From the government's end or your end?
from our end,
Uh-huh.
but positive response was not given.
Okay. Okay.
Why wait for so long to forgive? Since that time, after so much of
It is not possible on the part of anyone to forgive or not to forgive on the spot. We have to study the details. We have to know everything. So it was not possible at that point of time, on that spot, just to forgive.
Have you ensured that all the medical people that are supposed to be in the headquarters, they in their post of?
No.
They are not in their post yet. So have you posting?
In our 28th representation, those points were also mentioned. To send adequate number of manpower to tackle this COVID-19, and then sanction of adequate money to handle this COVID issue. Those 3-4 points were noted. Demanded. I think most are done.
Is facing already trouble. So how soon will it be done? I mean, how long are you ready to wait?
I cannot predict. Let's see.
Okay.
Except apology tendered by the health minister.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Into was
You see, we are all humans. If we are to always remain rigid and firm to what I have spoken earlier, and if we do not change our minds and decisions as per there.
So, is this a forgiveness without conditions? Like you said, there are other demands that you have already put up, but like since you're forgiven, you don't have a deadline for the government as well. So, this is a forgiveness without conditions.
Yeah, without confusion. The government is stating that most of the demands met on this 28th has been fulfilled. But practically some it has been done, but practically some are yet to be fulfilled. So especially the goal point is regarding this transporting of returnees. So this issue we are just forgiving, but it will not be forgotten but kept in mind so that this kind of mistakes will not be repeated in the future. The reason behind why we have been discriminated again and again is EMPO people tend to forgive and forget. So from now on, we will forgive but we will not forget.
And the decision was not taken by the ENPO alone. It was unanimously taken by the 6 tribal bodies, frontal organizations, and ENPO, basing on the repeated appeal made by the state government. Even Chief Minister himself appealed for forgiveness, and subsequently the public apology to take.
Yes, one more question. Does the INCO accept apology tendered by the Health Minister?
Health Minister, but government. So whoever he or she may be, whoever seek apology on behalf of the government, we have to accept, and we have accepted it. It is not in particular that the Health Minister is apologizing, but he is apologizing on behalf of the government.
Do you have the whole ENPO team present here today? The
No.
executive? No.
Some are in prison. But most of the office spares are here.
Okay. Can please somebody give us the names, write down and give us the names of all those who are present here today?
Sir.
Executive body.
So one last question.
I won't give any repeated answer. Okay?
Yeah, just a message to the
Some secretary, please.
government of Nagaland.
Government of Nagaland has stated this should be the end of beginning to discriminate the people of India. This should be the beginning of the end to discriminate people of India. That's all.
How can the ENPO help in, apart from this, using Tuensang incident as a reason to stop this stepmotherly treatment of the region? If it did not happen, it would have still been an issue of this stepmotherly treatment. So would you say that it is also somewhat now a blessing in disguise that it happened, and you can now fight a bigger battle?
Like bitter battle.
I don't mean it literally, but more like it was always there, the stepmotherly treatment of the eastern region. So now this has happened, and it has given a reason and a rise to an excuse to move forward in a positive way. So would you say it is also it's a blessing also that it happened, and at least it's contained the situation? COVID it's not going out of hand.
Yeah, we are happy that communal transmission has not begun in Dulsang, and let's
Even
hope.
though this
Let's hope
there
it
was the
does-
first
yeah.
incident.
Yeah, let's hope it does not. But you see, every incident cannot be taken as a blessing in disguise also. Some incidents we can take it as a blessing, but every incident we cannot take it as a blessing. But our demand or our target which we are moving, it has nothing to do with any other issues.
Yes.
We are very clear on that. Whether, because today this incident happened, tomorrow it may be another. Okay, but this has been continuing right from the inception of statehood. That is the reason why we are moving with another vision. So even if these incidents are there or not, we are continuing with our dream, our demand. That's all.
Yeah. We don't take it as a blessing in disguise, because it could have been done long time back
Yes.
before this COVID pandemic. So that is why we are saying let this be the eye opener for the state government to end discrimination against Eastern Nagaland people.
If I'm not wrong, you had mentioned had this been ENP had bureaucrats officers in their place, they would action would have been taken. And you mentioned somewhere there are examples where officers from the ENPO area have been punished for some mishap and it still stands. Can you give some example?
I cannot mention the names.
Okay.
Sorry, but you see, there are so many instances who became a victim and their lives been destroyed.
You mean bureaucrats, officers? Okay, okay.
And there was a way to forgive them also, but that was not done for the people of ENPO. And some are still dragging on. It is not yet finalized. Thank you, Agunda.
Now that you are here, we don't always meet. I'll just ask you something. August 15 is approaching, and you have been boycotting Independence Day. We are going to see that again this time, or how is it?
Let the best time come.
So you're waiting for a particular day to boycott or not boycott?
That's why let the best time come.
Okay.
There we will decide.
All right.
I think you can share this.
One copy will do, I think.
You share.
This is the official statement. The rest, what I've done now is a briefing. So that it
because
can be
even
included.
though we have not seen the JSC report, it's a state government have justified basing on JSC report. So basing on that only, justification of the state government only, we have decided to forgive. So you can go through.
You want the Xerox machine or something like that?
We have, but we don't have paper.
All right.
You know. I think
Finish.
one copy will do, no?